Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. This is my league match against f0x? Fox? I think he just goes by Fox. Anyway, we're gonna get started here. Remember, this is a 3-game match, not a best of 3. Just want to win as many games as we can. And the 4 new units added like a month or two ago are banned from appearing. Base plus 9. So what the heck is going on here? This seems like a super green slow set. I don't think Botch and Perforator are enough to beat all of this crazy big blue stuff with Synth and Zamora and Cryo. What, does the Synth line improve upon the normal Zamora opening? I don't think it does. I think I'm just gonna go DD, DC, DDC into Zamora, and then add blue for Synth to let me get all this cool good stuff. What if he goes DC? I think I can just kill that with Grimbotches and Perforators, right? Yeah. If he tries to undercut that much. He could also, like, try to beat me with just big blue, skipping Zamora. That's a thing to consider. Right? DDC into DDB? I don't think so. Synth is just so good for getting down an energy matrix when you already have a ton of green. I don't think I need... Sorry, I think I just bumped the monitor there, which the mic is sitting on, and I didn't hear a thing, but you guys probably did. I don't think I need a Blast Forge this early, I just need more drones. The opponent's clearly mirroring, so we want to be in greed mode here. Alright, they get first blue, though. That's an advantage for sure. Are they going to spend it on Synth or Splitter? Splitter might actually be better to get first because of Manticore. Like, green is good, but... Oh, should I build an engineer? Maybe. No, because I can build, like, See, here's the thing, like, can't I just do this? I think it's gonna be fine to have 2 blue. Like, I don't know. I want the Synth, though, I guess, first. And now I'm feeling like I should have built... This feels all awkward and wrong. Like, I should have built another engineer. Because I don't really want this Blast Forge in this line. This actually, like, works, because I can get a Synth. Or a Manticore, and then a Synth. But, like, don't I want the Synth first? I guess this is fine. I just... What could I do next turn? I could get, like... Maybe I just get Splitter Synth. This is fine. I won't mind having 4 blue on a lot of turns. It's going to be a pretty high econ game. Wow! That is a lot of green. Okay. Omega. I could just get a Matrix, but my opponent will get a ton of absorb value off Omega if I do that. I think Wall Splitter is better. It lets me continue the drone. I can build, like, Manticore Synth next turn. While while 4 blue is more like Manticore Energy Matrix, or Manticore Splitter Synth. I'll probably want a wall. Maybe just Manticore Matrix? Or not a wall. I'll want a Matrix. I'm feeling like pretty behind in attack. I guess I like should have been getting Omegas? This is just trading engineers. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Okay. Are they gonna want to click both Omegas to kill a wall? Yeah, they probably are, so I kind of need to force field. Now next turn I can pick up an Omega and let's say another synth maybe? Maybe a splitter, I'm not sure exactly. And then after that, the Zamora's firing. So I just want to make sure I have like a reasonable number for firing Zamora. Here, I don't need any defense. So I think I want the Omega. And I seem to still have plenty of green? On the other hand, Cryo Rays, right? So maybe Synth is better. To get 6 green per turn. I'll have so much next turn though, right? I want to spend like 3 of it. So this gives me 6, 15. I'll spend 3 on an Omega. And then a bunch more on Cryos. And like get a wall down as well. I might not even need the wall because I can defend on Omega. Oh no, I'm attacking this turn. Whoops. Yeah, I wanted a bunch of Cryos, but I didn't get them. I thought my Zamora had 2 build time. Well, I'm glad I built some more green, I guess. They have bought all 10 Cryo Rays now. I think it would be pretty bad to not fire Zamora, right? That's a thing I could consider. Like, hold the Manticore and the Omega and Zamora, but I'm pretty happy to turn 8 green into 8 gold when I have 15 green, I think. And like, it also does a bunch of attacking as well. So they're threatening 22? This is not as great as if I had built, like... Hang on, this is all of my green. This is clearly incorrect. Alright, it looks like I can't really get Cryos yet. This is 7 green, brings me 11. Okay. I'm feeling like miles behind here, but maybe I'm not actually? Okay, this is definitely an exploit, actually. I don't appreciate that. And I'm like, just down attack. I have 1 less Omega and way less green income. What exactly do I have to show for it? I have the Manticore, I guess, which is pretty good. But missing the cryos is a serious problem. I guess I could hold the Omega. Maybe I should have done that last turn. I don't know. I just really needed to get Cryo Rays. I guess what I did is I didn't build enough green. This seems like the best I can come up with. I could turn those 2 engines, like, okay, so what? I could turn the 2 engineers into a conduit, but how exactly am I defending? What is the defense here? If they attack for 14 or 11, I'm losing, like, this is 9, 15. Ugh, just freezing all the engies is constantly an exploit. It's very upsetting to me. I can't click Synth next turn. Maybe that's why this needed to be a conduit. Whoops. I guess the other advantage I have is 2 Blast Forges, right? Okay. This is an exploit for 1. I really wanted to get cryos, and I just couldn't figure out how. I don't have any money. Maybe turn this one into engies, make it more difficult for them to freeze them all. Wall supplies are a problem for me. But at least I can start clicking Synth again to buy, I don't know what exactly. Interesting that they had to hold back a splitter here. I don't know how how that happened. Okay, I mean, they're spending 7 Cryo Ray charges to deal 2 damage. Actually, yeah, 7, right? To deal 2 damage. That's alright. I'm not, like, thrilled about it, but it's fine. Ooh, but there's a big exploit if they freeze all these engineers, isn't there? I guess I can click the Manticore. It gives them 2 Engies and gives me $3. But anyway, my point is, if they freeze like 10 engineers, they can freeze 8. That leaves me with 2. They're attacking for 15 probably. That's enough. And if they attack for 12 instead, that's not quite enough. So freezing all of these leaves me with 2 Engies, which is not great. This does it, I guess. This is flexible enough, I think. But, I mean, my problem is about to be... What? That can't be right. My problem is about to be that I'm out of prompt defense, right? Opponent has several walls and energy matrices left. Why on earth would you do this? I may well need to hold back an Omega next turn to continue defending. But I don't know, maybe Force Fields will do it. I hope I don't have to. How many Force Fields do I have? 4? 1 if I want to build a Matrix. No, because I can build a Matrix and not click Synth. Yeah, this is pretty good. I guess they could freeze Matrix if I do that, but that's fine. I can just rebuild. I'm now out of prompt defense. Hang on. I should probably do this, right? Yeah. This isn't like... This freeze isn't doing a ton, but any pressure we can put on... I guess this sort of cancels out holding the Omega, because it sort of denies 3 engineers. Is that really all that good? I don't know. This saves me a ton of green that I don't have to spend on force fields, which is pretty cool. This conduit is wrong. I don't have that much to spend green on anymore, right? I could just buy Engies. And these, I don't know. I was going to say they could be a Gauss cannon, but that's obviously not true. Okay, well, let's try something like this. I'm pretty worried about how this is going. Cryo rays didn't actually do it. Well, they forced him to build a wall. That's something. I'm running out of Engies, aren't I? Yeah. I don't know what to do. I'm in a pretty bad spot, I think. This is a problem. It means I can't ever attack with my Omega, but let's consider this line anyway. Gonna need a lot of force fields. do have that many. But I won't for long. Like, what I really need is anything, and I don't have anything right now. I'm just super losing. What can I do to change things? I don't think there's any way I can build another Omega. I can hold back several force fields, but hold drones to compensate? That doesn't seem good at all. I don't even know what to do with this money. Like, I don't think an Animus is good. I don't think conduits are that great. Oh! Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm just so dead now. I don't understand. Animus? Like, yeah, perforators, but I guess just because you're out of NGs, you need. This is extending your NG supply. Okay. Wow. No, I'm just dead now. All right. Well, time for game 2. Player 1 here. Is Vivid into Smorcus like totally insane? It doesn't seem very good. Right, like you could build turn 2 Vivid Animus into Smorcus. That's sort of good with Galvani-ish. But here's there's a lot of like other things that seem good and that Big Red is a problem, like has problems with, right? There's a ton of green-blue pressure units, right? It seems like something green-blue has got to be good here. But that's much more natural for player 2. I don't know. That's something I worry about more than I should, is like not being the best player to take a good strat, right? Maybe I should just do it anyway. But I think it just gets clobbered. I'm never gonna learn, am I? Okay, 1C. I do think the set is pretty rushy. But, like, I think Smorcus is the way to go. Do you respond with 1B here? If so, I think I just double Tarsier. Otherwise, I get a Smorcus. Right? That seems okay. Like Smorcus Conduit. And then I can build fission turrets. Ooh, I don't think that's very good. But I don't know what else to do. I just feel like I have to rush here with Vivid and Smorcus. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't see any good defenders here. There's a lot of good attackers, but the only one that I can get out comfortably first and well is Smorcus, I think. Okay, Blast Forge. So I'll just get Tarsiers then. And then Smorcus next turn. I assume that he responds to these Tarsiers with a wall? Or with not a wall, but a splitter. So that the Smorcus is like under threat. God, this is This just feels so bad. I don't know how to play Smorkas yet. Vision turret's too OP. I don't know. How can I complain with when I'm playing this like awful garbage? Is it awful garbage? I hope not, but I think it is. Something like this. Get a little bit more attack, get a defender, get some drones. I'll probably have to, like... Can I get a Blast Forge? I'd like to. It's sort of hard to imagine, though, I think. Okay, well, he had to hold back a splitter. And I don't even have to attack with the Rhino, right? He's exploited here. My problem is that I want to... Oh, no, I do have to, because... Yeah, I'm not clicking. I have to either click Rhino or Smorkas to deal 4 damage. I guess this is my best shot. They didn't get to add any more attack, right? Like, can I just do this? Next turn I'll have a Rhino ready to defend with. And I can maybe somehow try to squeeze in a Blast Forge. I don't think I can afford... Well, I can afford a Blast Forge because I could start, like, clicking Smorkas, hopefully, right? If I can get access to walls, I won't be in such a bad spot. And they have dying fission turrets soon? Yeah, I don't mind my position in this game, actually. What if I didn't click the Smorkas? I really cannot spend all my tech. Well... could buy a Smorkas, actually. That might be too greedy. I think I just need engineers. These cryos are a big deal. Yeah. Oh god, the fission clicks! For the cryo race, this is horrible! I forgot about the fission clicks. I thought that they would have less pressure when this fission turret die-off started. But it's actually a nightmare. 4 is an awkward number to attack for, actually. I guess 5 would be better, though, right? And it's not like I'm... Well, there's two ways I could attack for 5, right? I could just click Smorkus and have the Rhino still here. Or I could buy Rhino, click Rhino. They're going to make me lose a wall, right? Or 4 NGs. I'm not sure which is better for them. 3 NGs. They have enough freeze to do that. I think I need this Rhino, like... I need to add a Rhino. No, but like, okay. So what if instead... I just clicked the Smorkus and bought a bunch of NGs? And the Rhino is around to guarantee I get a little bit of Absorb and continue threatening for 1. I just feel so weak against these cryos. They make me so mad. Right, this makes it... No, he doesn't want to harvest visions this turn. I think this might be okay. He can't easily add more pressure anymore. I don't think I'll have to hold both drones, or even one drone next turn. Yeah, he's not really able to add much pressure, I think. I hope. Good job, Rhino. If he spends 9 cryo ray charges to deal 1 damage, I'm okay with that, I think. Alright. Again, 4 attack is the same as 5. 6 is kind of difficult, right? It's sort of impossible for the same reason it's been impossible for several turns. How's my NG supply? I'm starting to worry about that. What if I tried something like very cheeky? Can I add another Tarsier? I think adding another Smorkus would be like way better. He can freeze all my granularity and attack for exactly 3 next turn by holding back both splitters, but that's not that great for him. I think it's okay to get this Smorkus, although maybe just a Rhino. A Rhino is better, right? A Rhino attacks as much as a Smorkus does, and it builds defense eventually. And if I'm doing that, I could attack, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. Holy cow, a Tesla, really? I'm glad I added another attack. Okay, so he's offering me a Gambit here, although I must admit it's rather difficult to take, isn't it? Wish I'd built more engineers, but I needed that Rhino to do this. I think this is worth doing. He has to spend 4 freeze to... to guarantee that the walls get killed. And that's not free. That costs him a lot of threat. Meanwhile, next turn I'll have this Rhino back. And he has to keep building NGs, and his visions are dying. I'm hopeful. No, you just have to freeze the granularity. You don't have to touch the wall. You don't have to freeze all the walls. I guess this way you get my drones, but okay. Thank God. Oh, that was a very stressful beginning of the game. Game 3, here we come. So there's big blue and there's big green. And there's thermites. So there's not anything very breach proof, right? Like Zamora is cool. Gauss Fab is cool, but I feel like Odin will make that feel kind of sad. Maybe you can go Zamora into Odin, but that seems kind of hard. And the presence of Manticore and Thermite Core both make Odin a lot more appealing than it might otherwise be as a blue tech sink. Auric Impulse helps as well on the way up. I think I should go for an Odin here. And then you can use Thermites to make your first 3 attack actually meaningful. So I believe with Auric Impulse you can squeeze 1 Thermite in on the turn. Maybe not? I forget how it goes. But anyway, like these are going to be good to have with Odin, I think. And Zamora is the main thing I'm worried about, not Gauss Fab. I think there's enough pressure that when you get down in early Gauss Fab, you're going to have trouble defending it against Odin. And Zamora, I don't know. It's a smaller commitment. You can build some defense. And you might be able to defend it. Now, maybe you should get, like, splitters into Manticores into Odin, but I don't really feel like I can invent that line on the fly. Yeah, I guess you don't actually have $1 to spare. Yeah, you do. You should have $1 to spare on the turn when you have a Blast Forge that you're floating a blue, and you can get a Thermite Core with that $1. Normally you don't have it, but with Auric Impulse, I believe you can get it. Right, you get 1 DD here. Next turn, you get a Blast Forge and an Auric and 2 drones. That's 5 and 9 is 14. Why is that better than doing this? It isn't, because next turn we're still rebuying. It's the next turn when we want to get an Auric Impulse, I believe. Yeah. Because next turn we're definitely just buying 3 Econ units, be they drones or Aurics, followed by a Blast Forge. So we're not gaining any option value by building an Auric this turn. Like, I know I studied the Odin plus Auric Impulse line a while ago, and it lets you squeeze in $1 extra. But I think you might not get it until the Odin turn. Yeah, that sounds right, actually. Because you don't want to sell any drones back until then. So where would the extra money be coming from? Yeah, okay. So you can't actually get the Thermite Core. But then, to post Odin turn, you can get 1 Manticore and 1 Thermite Core, and then you can be attacking for 2 productively with a Thermite Core. So I believe what we do here is we do this, and then we say, what are we doing next turn? DBB, therefore this. Next turn, we can buy Drone, Auric is 9. 2 Blast Forges is 19. I'm pretty sure this works. Well, it does work. I'm not sure if it gets you the Thermite Core. I'm getting a little confused, but it's like the only reasonable thing to do, so let's do it. Wow. Okay, Omega. I see. Interesting. So this splitter defends the Omega pretty nicely, I think. I could get an Auric here instead, or a Thermite here instead, but I really would like to be defended against the Omega that he clearly wants to build. What if he did Splitter Thermite instead? I guess in that case I'd rather have... What is this? I guess it's just Omega plus Auric forever? And then I'm going to be on 14 drones, but that's fine because of Manticores, right? I think this is okay. He seems like he's not in a position to ever threaten Odin, and I'm okay with Omegas because of Manticore, or Thermite Core, both, I guess. He's actually going to be up on drones, funnily enough, even though I'm getting the much larger unit than he is. I clearly do not want to click Steel Splitter. Well, okay, let's think about it, because I could click Steel Splitter, offer him my 3 NGs. Thinking, can he really click the Omega when I'm threatening 7? He clearly wants to build an Omega next turn. And that would offer me a big old breach for a bunch of drones, wouldn't it? What am I doing next turn? Manticore Thermite, I guess? And that's only $4. He'll be threatening 6. I don't think I want to let him have these NGs. Maybe he couldn't take them, but I'm too scared. So, if I buy a Manticore and a Thermite core, I can have 3 damage, and that's not exactly what I want. But it's fine, I think. Here, I'll let you absorb. Enjoy. Shouldn't these be Oryx, though? I think so. I'm not going to be able to do a ton of droning here. Well, I am, though. I'm building really cheap stuff with my blue. Next turn, I'm going to have 5 damage. Manticore would bring me down to 3, and then Thermite Core is capable of taking 4? Maybe it should just be no? Splitter Thermite Wall? Or something like that? Splitter Thermite early? I don't know. I guess I should have held a Splitter back, because in some weird universe I might choose to sack a Splitter. Oh! He can get a note. That's pretty cool. So, supposing that I have this Splitter available to sack, then next turn I just have 4 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd love this. Can I do this? Whoa, jeez. I don't need to build that many of these guys, I think. So, I don't think he can really click everything, which means I'm keeping the Splitter alive. In which case I have 4, 6 damage. I don't know. I guess this is fine. I'd love to get an Omega, and maybe I can this turn? No. So if we assume he's holding back 7 of his damage, are these engineers really that useful? Maybe let's get a conduit. Force field if he ever does start going crazy. What if I could cut this wall and build a Manticore? Instead of a Splitter. And then I have some more money to spare. And more walls in supply. I guess this is alright. No, I don't need that. Let's just hold this Splitter back for insurance so that I can buy my own Omega, right? If he wants to, he can click all his stuff. Let's make one of these a real drone. Stop floating it. We're running low on supply. So now, if I swing with everything, I can make him lose one of his 2 big units, which is kind of cool. But it's pretty hard for me to do that, right? So what if I just did this? This doesn't seem that great. Okay, but it's good enough. Huh. After that first match, I was worried. Okay, so I've learned from my lessons in the previous game, we're not going to try to do the analysis in the same video. So I'll have the next video in this series will be an analysis, and stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.